Hey third graders, today is a bonus lesson. We're going to be reviewing what division is the next few days. So today we're going to be thinking about division as repeated subtraction. So division is repeated subtraction. So subtracting the same number over and over again until you don't have anything left. We're going to be using number lines and equal groups to demonstrate this. So remember with our numbers with division, their placement means something. So where we put the number means something. This first number shows how much we're starting with. So here I have 6 blueberries that I'm starting with. It's all the stuff. It's what we're starting with. So that number always goes first. Tell yourself this. Remember it. This number means how much you're starting with. This number here tells us how many are going to be in each group. So today when we're repeating our subtraction, this number is going to be how many are in each group that we're subtracting. And then finally today our answer is going to be how many are in groups that we're able to make once we do that. So if I start with 6 blueberries and I put 2 blueberries in each smoothie, how many smoothies can I put blueberries into? So today I'm going to repeatedly subtract 2. So I'm going to take away 2, and I still have 4 left. So now I'm going to take away 2 more from the 6, and I have 2 left. Now I'm going to take away 2 more, and I don't have any more blueberries left. This looks like my array that I'm organizing it into. So I have 1, 2, 3 smoothies that I was able to put 2 blueberries into. So my answer was 3 for 3 smoothies. Let's do some together. Jace had 14 football cards and 2 can fit into each of the cases that he's putting them into. How many cases does he need? So we're starting with 14 football cards. So on your notes, I want you to write 14 divided by 2 equals. Now, some of you are already thinking your turnaround fact and you already know the answer, but that's not the point of today. The point of today is to get the answer by using the strategy of repeated subtraction. So if he's starting with 14 and he keeps taking 2 out to make his cases full, how many cases is he able to fill? So the first thing that I want you to do is we're going to show this by doing equal groups. So every time that we take 2 away, we're going to make a group for it. So if you haven't gotten this written down and drawn, then go ahead and press pause and press play to do it. Also draw your 14 little dots. All right, so his first case has 2 cards in it, so I'm going to cross those out and I'm going to put 2 in that group. Then he's got 2 more. 2 in that group. Then he's got 2 more, 2 in that group. Then he's got 2 more, 2 in that group. Now he's got 2 more, 2 in that group, 2 more, 2 in that group, and the last 2 go in this group. So he was able to put 7 cases together with 2 cards in each of them. So what you did was repeated subtraction. We took away 2, then we took away 2 more, then we took away 2, then we took away 2 more, then we took away 2 more, then we took away 2 more, then 2 more until there were none left. Let's do this again, showing it on the number line. On your paper, I want you to draw a number line. We're going to do an open number line though. If it helps you to draw all the dots in, you can. So we're going to start at 14. Remember, 14 is what we're starting with. That number shows how many we start with. We started with 14. So we're going to start on 14 here. Since we're doing repeated subtraction, that means that we're going to be jumping backwards. Because it's division, we're going to be jumping backwards by equal groups. So let's do 14, take away 2. And where does that get us? It gets us to 12. Let's take away 2 more. And where does that get us? To 10. If you get what I'm doing, go ahead and do it on your own. Press pause and press play. If you don't understand what I'm doing, go ahead and just keep the video rolling and we'll do it together. So we're at 10. Now we're going to take away 2 more. So 10, 9, 8. And then we're going to take away 2 more, which gets us to 6. Take away 2 more, gets us to 4. Take away 2 more, gets us to 2. And take away a final 2 more, and that gets us to 0. Now, you're going to see how many times you jumped backwards to get from 14 to 0, and that will give you your answer. So we jumped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Each jump is just a group of 2. It's just we're showing it in a different way. Here we actually show it as a group. Here we show it as a step of 2. Let's try another. Make sure your notes are kind of organized. Some of you guys have been drawing lines underneath each problem. That's a great strategy. So whatever you do to help keep yourself organized, do that now. Let's try our next one, and we can refer back to this to help us. Let's try this next problem. If Grace has 15 Otter Pops and she decides to give 3 to each of her friends, how many friends can she give 3 Otter Pops to? Let's start first with our equal groups. Here we drew how many we started with here with the 14, and we crossed them out to put 2 in each group. If that helps you, you can, but I want to show you another trick. We can count by this many up until we get to our 15. So please write this down if you haven't already, and let's do our equal groups together. So our first group is going to have 3 Otter Pops for 1 friend. So we're at 3. Then we're going to do 3 Otter Pops for another friend. So now we're at 6. So draw this along with me. Then we have 3 Otter Pops for another friend. So we have 9. 3 Otter Pops for another friend. So we have 12. And 3 Otter Pops for another friend. So we have 15. So if we did it the other way, thinking about repeated subtraction, we just took 15 and we did 3 to this friend, take away 3 to that friend, take away 3 to that friend, take away 3 to that friend, and take 3 away to that friend. So how many friends could she give 3 Otter Pops to? She could give them to 5 friends. Now let's do your number line. Draw your number line and start at 15. Then I want you to jump backwards by 3s until you get to 0. You should have 5 jumps backwards, but go ahead and try it to prove it to yourself. Press pause and press play when you're done. Here's what your number line should look like. You should have subtracted 3 from 15 over and over again repeatedly until you got to 0. You should have done your jump backs, and then you should have also labeled them with your -3 to show how big your jump was backwards. You should have also done 5 jumps backwards and gotten the same answer. You should notice the similarities between the number line and the group, so we still are counting by 3s, but just shown in different ways. Here's your next problem. Let's do our next problem. Jojo has 24 pepperonis that he is going to put on pizzas that he's making. He decides to put 6 pepperonis on each pizza. How many pizzas can he put 6 pepperonis on? I want you guys to solve this both ways. The first way, doing groups, and then the second way, doing your number line. Press pause and press play when you're done. If you forgot what you're supposed to do, go back to your previous problem for an example. Okay, here's the answer. If you're not ready, press pause. You should have done 4 groups of 6. So he was able to make 4 pizzas that had 6 pepperonis on them. Notice that I'm still organizing my dots so that they're easy to read. So we started with 24 and took away 6 for 1 pizza. Then we took away 6 for another pizza, took away 6 for another pizza, took away 6 for another pizza. And so we had 6, 12, 18, 24. So if you did that on your number line, you should have jumped backwards 4 times until you got to 0. Let's try another. Your next problem is 21 divided by 3. Show the problem in both ways. Press pause and press play when you're done. If you're not done, press pause. I'm about to show the answer. All right, here's the answer. You should have gotten 7. You would have jumped backwards or subtracted 3 7 times until you got to 0. You could have made groups of 3 until you got to 21, and you should have made 7 groups of 3. You could have also been doing your 21 and crossing out your dots 3 at a time. Although I don't find that strategy to be as efficient with the dots. So that's usually better done on the number line. Let's try another. All right, 27 divided by 9, go. I'm about to show the answer, so press pause if you need to. All right, so you should have jumped back 3 times on the number line. So you should have subtracted 9 3 times to get to 0. Or you could have made 3 groups of 9 to get to 27. So that is your answer. We're ready for the final problem. Here's your final problem. We have 48 markers and we're putting 6 into each box. How many boxes are we going to need? So I want you to show me the answer to this problem by using groups and by using a number line. All right, go ahead and do this and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.